All right. So the first film we're going to talk about tonight, Wilco, is
The first one is Invitation Only.
Invitation Only.
It's a Taiwanese
Taiwan,
movie.
yes,
Yeah.
Taiwanese movie.
So how did you get involved in that movie?
I think they offered to my manager back then saying if I'm into horror movies.
Yes.
And I was like, I think Invitation Only was my first horror ever film to shoot other than Japan.
Okay.
So I was really excited, and I really didn't know what to expect because I was never been to Taiwan before or Taiwanese movie.
Wow, it's like immediately a big
Everything
experience.
was like, yeah. And then they're all like, oh, it's going to be like splatta, gore, a little gore. And if I can take gore. And I was like, yeah, it could be experience, you know. And then I used to hear from other actors, like, if you act in a horror movie once, you'll get the hang of it, and then you'll be like super strong or whatever. So I was like, I believe that. But
we're still talking about horror movies, right?
Yeah, but then when I actually filmed it, it was so scary and so real, like the bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
I never knew that you make like from pig skin.
Well, there are well, yes, that's a very old technique, by the way, using pig skin. Nowadays, they mold everything with silicone. But yes, I heard about the pig skin technique.
Yeah.
But that's an old trick, though. But
I'm an old person.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it's your fault. Did you do the special effects? That's why. But yeah, that was your first real horror movie.
It was really good experience.
Is it also your first? How you say that? Your first death scene?
Yes. 待って。I think so. Maybe. Yeah. Yes. It's my first death scene.
Okay.
All the horror movies that I attended in Japan, I got to live. But when I go overseas, I always die. Yeah, always. Even the ones in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I die.
And the one directed by this Dutch guy, he also died.
I die.
In the short one.
Oh yeah.
The Dutch guy. Maria, how come they didn't give you a bigger role in this film? I was so disappointed when halfway through you disappeared.
Yes. Well, they said they wanted the I don't know why exactly. I don't remember, but they were saying they just wanted to have a big how do you say this?
Impact.
Yeah. For the not the main star, but for the co-star, they wanted someone to have an impact, and then like they wanted to kill somebody who's in the story, which is kind of important also.
Okay.
So that's how they explained it to me why I had to die and blah blah blah. And then they wanted someone who could like speak Japanese and English. And then in this movie, I was like the girlfriend of this guy. No, I had to seduce him for my killer boyfriend. But I think I didn't do the way he wanted to, so he decided to kill us both.
Oh, that's interesting.
So can I be honest with you, Maria?
Excuse me, what was that, Dan?
Can I be honest about this film?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I only liked it up until the point that you got killed, and then I was instantly just like not enjoying this film anymore. And that's why I wanted you to survive throughout the end, because the two main characters in there I don't really like, and I couldn't wait for them to get butchered. But when it happened to you, I thought, no, why did they have to do that? No.
You could just watch until that point, like over and over again. You could just watch the beginning. How much is it? 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
About.
How long does she last, Dan?
Oh, till about the 35-minute mark. But I think
Maria
Maria only has about 4 scenes.
Oh, she's like the first one to actually die when the shit hits the fan, right? Like,
I think I was like the second or the third.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's
because
the first. At least not the opening.
There's a girl in the toilet who dies beforehand.
Yeah.
But then after a few years, I heard that they had the part 2, which didn't really work well. So I was like, that's because I'm not in there.
That was a bad move. Okay, yeah. Well, okay.
That's what you get for killing me.
But how was it to see your own first death scene when you saw the movie?
It was weird. It was weird it's weird, first of all, watching myself in the big screen. And then it's more weird watching myself dying in front of me. And it's like, oh my God, I'm dead, you know? And then I remember that I had like a bad dream for a few days. Like I've been like seeing myself die over and over. So I was like a little bit traumatized. And I was like, oh my God. But it was fun.
So so now I'm going to ask nerdy filmmaking questions, right? So in the film, Maria, the taxi driver is looking at a magazine of you. So before filming started, was that something that you had to go in a few days beforehand, take all those shots where they print out the magazine?
Actually, that picture was from FHM Taiwan. I shot for FHM Taiwan, I think like a year before the shooting started. And then I think they picked it up and then combined it to the movie.
Oh.
I think, because I just saw that scene and then I remember that picture from FHM. So I think they just like picked it up from that magazine.
Okay.
So how much of the film did you get to kind of watch? Were you just involved in your scenes only, or did you get to see other scenes being shot?
I think I got to see few scenes after I was finished. They were like giving me like 2 days for just like, you know, resting day. So I went to the studio or like the basement where they were shooting the main casino scenes. So I went to see, but then I couldn't understand, of course, their language, because if it was in my scene, it's like they're speaking Taiwanese. So, but then that was kind of something like new for me also. And it was really excited to see like different point of views of like every country have like different style of shooting, right? So it was kind of fun watching them do their stuff. And the camera guy was American, I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly. And we got to talk a little bit, and then he was like saying he's been called too for this film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I was like, wow, nice. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. So how long was your how many days did you shoot on it?
Maybe a week or maybe like 5 to 6 days.
Okay.
6 days, I think.
And do you know how long the full shoot was?
I'm not sure, but probably like a month, maybe.
Wow.
Because they said they had to go to like different province to shoot different stuff. And they were already talking about part 2 when they were shooting part 1.
Oh, right, really?
So I was like, okay, whatever.
You're like, I don't care. I'm dead.
I don't care. I'm dead anyways.
Geez, that's a bit confident. They already thought they were going to get a part 2 out of the film.
Maybe that was the deal. Maybe that was like a 2-picture deal. I don't know.
Maybe.
They should have kept you around then if it's a 2-picture deal.
I know. It was so weird. Oh my God. I remember one thing. This producer, it was a woman. And then she came up to me and said like, oh, we're really happy for you to like guest in our, but then be in our movie. And
Special guest,
yeah. And then she was like talking about the part 2, and they're like saying, if it goes well, maybe we want to bring you back. And I was like, well, I'm dead. How am I gonna be a ghost?
Twin sister,
the evil sister. And well, it never happened.
Cool.
But then she was like saying, maybe you could come back to life. And I was like, yeah, but that killer just chopped me in like 6 pieces.
Wait, no, it's a horror movie. Anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Maria, haven't you watched the Friday the 13th movies?
Yeah.
And Jason always
like
comes back.
They could just sew you together like Chucky.
Oh, yeah. Adam's Family.
Also.